Luke had deliberately bought some alcohol to set the mood for his evening date, but the moment he stepped into the apartment, he was confronted with a horrifying scene. A woman lay sprawled in a pool of blood. Her left wrist had been slashed, and her right hand was handcuffed to the headboard. The metallic scent of blood made him gag. Luke never imagined that his newly purchased luxury apartment could become the scene of a murder, yet he didn't dare make a sound. Instead, he immediately contacted the others.
Hello?
Following Luke's pointing finger, Vincent's eyes fell on the woman lying on the bed. He realized something terrible had happened. From his shocked expression, it was clear he didn't understand the situation either. Vincent quickly told Luke to call the others. Luke replied that everyone was on their way, except for Philip, whom he couldn't reach. He also mentioned that he had thoroughly checked the scene. The doors and windows were intact, and the alarm system hadn't been triggered. Clearly, the killer had entered with a key. Chris began examining the body, trying to identify the woman by her face, but none of them recognized her. Just as confusion settled over the group, Marty made a startling discovery. He lifted a pillow on the bed, revealing a message written in blood. Asterisk's fate has brought us together. Asterisk. The cryptic words seemed to imply that everyone present was somehow connected to the bloody incident. At that moment, the long-missing Philip appeared. The sight of him sent Luke rushing forward, as if he wanted to kill him on the spot. But Philip was just as shocked. Philip explained that he had been at home all evening. His wife could confirm it, and was only urgently called to the construction site before dawn, which explained why he had been unreachable. Still, there were no signs of forced entry. Unless someone had secretly borrowed a key, the situation didn't add up. Everyone produced their keys to prove their innocence. Everyone except Chris. Then Luke dropped an even bigger bombshell. He had installed surveillance cameras in the loft. Everything that happened there had been recorded. Vincent asked if the footage had captured the killer, but Luke's response was cryptic.
You didn't say you were coming, which is against your rules. And that wasn't the first time you broke your own rules, by the way. Now you're scared, aren't you? Now you know I've documented pretty much everything you've been up to here.
Carrying a faint warning, Vincent was stunned by what he heard, and before he could react, he fainted. Oddly, the others were unaffected. It was clear he had been set up. The reason for his collapse? Chris had drugged him. It turned out that after Luke discovered the body that morning, the first people he contacted weren't Vincent, but 3 others. The woman hadn't died from a slashed wrist at all. She had taken sleeping pills and left a suicide note. Originally, they had planned to help cover it up for Vincent, but his behavior had left them heartbroken. In the end, they made a painful decision to take matters into their own hands.